Crikey! Do you see that stubby holder?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
G'day, mates.
Good day.
I reckon today's a bloody great day to take a trip to the land down under. Of course, I'm talking about Australia.
Yes.
And what you don't know is that we Aussies have a lot of slang that you have no idea of. All right?
I'd like to apologize on behalf of Rhett to all of our Australian friends. What I think he's trying to say is that there's lots of slang used in Australia, and he's going to test me on it today.
Let's play You Don't Need to Be a Dingo to Speak This Lingo. Whoa, why are you apologizing? Why? I mean, that's a perfect Australian accent.
I'm clapping for you.
I worked on it all weekend.
This is great.
Okay, Link, I'm only going to use the Australian accent when I'm demonstrating the slang because, I mean, doing that much of a spot-on Australian accent might intimidate the actual Aussies who are watching.
Well, it seems exhausting. Like, the level of energy required.
That's 90% of it.
You're burning calories trying to work that out.
Okay, so it is very simple. I'm going to give you some Aussie slang. You're going to tell me what it means. There's multiple choices.
Okay.
You have 3 lifelines. One is a dingo ate 2 of my answers. Mm-hmm. That's 50-50. One is ask an Outback Steakhouse waiter. We actually got one of those. We arranged it with the Outback.
They're all very smart.
Or you can get a hint on the Barbie.
Hint on the Barbie.
Will come out on the Barbie.
Okay.
If you get 5 out of 8 of these correct, you win a song from Mike and Alex on the didgeridoo. That is an Australian instrument, and I'm sure it will be lovely.
Hit me.
Here we go. Me mate, Kangaroo Willie, could really use a haircut and a new pair of jeans, because he's starting to look like a bogan.
A bogan.
Is a bogan a hippie, a redneck, a homeless person, or Brooke Hogan?
Is that the Hulkster's daughter?
Yeah, it is. She's a lot of woman.
Man, hippie or I'm thinking hippie or redneck for this one. A bogan, an Australian redneck. They talk about rednecks down there, so I'm gonna go with redneck.
Bingo or dingo, Link. You're right. The technical definition is a derogatory word used to describe a person whose speech, clothing, attitude, and behavior exemplify values and behavior considered unrefined or unsophisticated. And no bogan has ever described themselves in that way.
No, they haven't.
Okay, good start.
Well, I got one right.
Did you get a load of Dingo Dan's stubby holder? Dingo Dan is my other mate. Is a stubby holder.
Stubby holder.
Stubby holder.
Stubby holder.
No, that's Cockney. There's a slight difference. Is it a pencil case, an ashtray, a beverage koozie, or tidy whities?
Don't you mean whitey tighties? I'm feeling pretty strong about this one. That, man, I could see it being tidy whities. I think, is a stubby like a beer?
A beer?
I'm gonna go with ashtray because it's the burnt end of a cigar. It's a stubby.
You should have gone with your instincts, Link, because it's C, beverage koozie, and you're the
koozie
man. I thought you would totally know this.
There was a time in my life.
There was a time
I had a cabinet of koozies. Just I don't like my hand to get cold.
Yeah, he wouldn't touch a cold can. You go over to his house. I mean, everything. Sometimes he just had them on his hand like mittens. On a hot summer day in the Outback, there's nothing I enjoy more than a refreshing paddle pop.
Paddle pop.
A pedal pop.
Paddle pop is a spanking.
A carbonated drink, a frozen treat, a swim in the lake, or a knee injury received while paddle boating. It happens. Pop right out of joint.
Carbonated drink like a soda pop, paddle pop.
Pedal pop.
A pot. Why don't you pop in the pond for a little paddle? That's a stretch. Swim in the lake. I don't know. Something's telling me I want a dingo to eat 2 of these babies.
Okay, Link. The dingo ate A and D.
Ooh. Okay.
You're left with B and C.
That didn't help me much. I'm still gonna go with swim in the lake because I don't know. The other two are too similar.
Because you're wrong. It's actually a frozen treat. So in the same way that here in the U.S.
Like a popsicle.
We have a popsicle, and it's so ubiquitous that now it's a brand name, but everyone calls it something else. In Australia, it's a pedal pop, and that is basically what they call a popsicle. It's kind of like a fudge sickle, really. But in 2010, the official...
Fudge-sicle. That's a wide fudge
well,
sickle.
no, it is pretty wide. It's like a pedal. But the official pedal pop was decreased by 15% in 2010. So I don't want it in America.
We only want bigger and better.
Super
size
stuff. The restaurant was nice, and everyone had a good time. But can you believe the cakeage? What is
Can you
cakeage?
believe the cakeage?
Is that when the waiter is overly polite because they want a big tip, a fee that a restaurant charges when you bring your own cake for a party, or massive quantities of food on a plate? Or, the age of a cake, which is determined by counting the rings.
Cake age.
Cake age, you got it. You got it.
Lots of cakeage here. It's like food carnage. Massive quantities. It's feeling good to me. I'm gonna go with my instincts, because
Okay.
sometimes it does. C.
Wrong.
What is it, man?
This is very surprising to me, but it legitimately is a fee that a restaurant charges when you bring your own cake. Is this something that happens in Australia? Like they just love their cake so much that they're bringing it along to restaurants?
My Nana would bring a cake to the Olive Garden, to the
Australian?
macaroni grill.
I never noticed it.
To the Outback. She'd bring a cake. I've literally been at the Outback, and my grandma's shown up with a cake.
And they didn't have cakeage.
And they didn't cakeage it.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not authentic, guys. Not as authentic as we thought.
Well, great start, but you're doing poorly now.
Can turn it around with this one.
A hot dog ain't a hot dog without some dead horse on it.
Dead horse?
Is a dead horse
Dead horse.
Yeah. ketchup, mustard, relish, or a solid-hoofed, plant-eating domesticated mammal with a flowing mane and tail that is deceased?
That would be a dead horse. A dead horse.
You got lifelines now. You need to use them. I'll just let you know. I suggest that you do.
I'm thinking ketchup because it's bloody looking. Relish and mustard don't come out of a horse. And not the parts that I've seen. But I will take a hint.
Okay. Do you want a hint on the Barbie?
Give me a hint on the Barbie.
Okay, here you go.
Ketchup outside. How about that? All right, I am gonna stick with A, ketchup. Thanks, Barbie.
That's right. How about that?
How about that?
How about that, Luke?
Ketchup outside.
Okay. Sometimes I'm in the mood to take a trip to the whoop whoop.
In the mood for some whoop whoop?
What is whoop whoop? Is it
Whoop whoop.
memory lane, a tiny town in the middle of nowhere, kissy kissy time, or a tickle party?
Don't do that to me.
Payback.
I'm
So
gonna
they call
go
it tickle party payback.
touche. Tickle. I'm gonna say tickle party. No, I'm gonna say kissy kissy time. What are you laughing at? It's kissy kissy time. Whoop whoop. Hey, I want some whoop whoop.
It's not.
I mean,
It's a small town in the middle of nowhere.
whoop whoop.
Yeah. And when they have a gathering of the Juggalos and whoop whoop, it gets very confusing. All right, Link, I don't know what to tell you. Just try harder.
I've never been to Australia. I'd love to go.
If you get this question wrong, you might spit the dummy. It helps to cross the eyes a little bit too, like this. No, I mean, yeah.
They love that.
Yeah.
They
Does spit the
love it.
dummy mean cry,
Spit the dummy.
feel embarrassed, throw a fit, or make out with Ryan Lochte?
Ugh. Spit the dummy. I think it's got to involve liquid. That would be cry or throw a fit. Man, I need to ask the Outback waiter.
Oh, well, we have one of those. Outback waiter, please come in.
I'll take
guys, how you
I'll
doing
take the onion, of course.
Can I get you started with anything?
About the onion.
Water, maybe?
I'd take the onion. The bloomin' freaking onion.
All right, I'll get one of those started for you.
Shit,
right
you
away.
should just come out with one.
Oh, hey! Yeah, you just lost your tip, son.
Sorry, man. It's the last 5 minutes.
You just poured it into
All right, so what is it, Mr. Onion?
I think Spit the Dummy is throwing a fit. That's
Throwing a
just,
fit.
I trust him. He works at the Outback.
I do work at
There's no liquid involved in throwing a fit. Okay. All right.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We're good. We're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't need anything
All right, you
right
can
now.
stay here
Just
for
the bill. Just the bill. Please bring the bill.
Because I saw him look on your laptop, I'm going to go with his answer, which is throw a fit.
That's right, because a dummy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
A dummy is
Have
a
a good night, guys.
pacifier in Australia, so it's like spitting the pacifier
Oh,
out. Yeah.
the dummy,
All right, Link.
the binky.
You got one more, but it's just pride at this point.
Well, there's not a lot of that going around.
One thing I've never had to worry about is being up the duff.
Up the duff.
Is that unexpectedly pregnant, crippled by debt, in a deep depression from loneliness, or romantically involved with Hillary or Haley Duff? Or both?
Why choose?
Well, one's married now. One's divorced.
Unexpected.
Opportunity.
I'm going to go with up the duff for the win. For no win involved.
What in the world?
Pregnancy.
You didn't say that. You just made a gesture and said the word again. I'm gonna go with the question.
This is the universal symbol for pregnancy.
Okay, all right. I don't know what kind of wins you're testing there, but
I've been in the room when they've tested for it.
you did something very wrong, but you are very right, Link. It
Yes!
is unexpectedly pregnant. But
Up the duff, yeah.
You still lose. But you know what? I'm gonna let Mike and Alex play that didgeridoo song for me, and you can listen in.
Yes, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
Sorry, Australians.
Hi, I'm Lauren,
And I'm Jackie.
and we're at the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House. And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
If you want to read a book peppered with our slanguage, you should pre-order Rhett Link's Book of Mythicality from bookofmythicality.com. You're gonna love it. Do it.
And click through to Good Mythical More, where Mike and Alex are going to serenade Rhett with the didgeridoo while I listen.
Gifticality! All right, we got a new charity. We're going to give $1,000 to the American Refugee Committee to help them in their mission to provide refugees with health, education, shelter, and protection services. Join us in giving at arcrelief.org.
Thank you for being your mythical best. Woo! Click on the left to watch our show after the show, Good Mythical More.
Click on the right to watch another episode of Good Mythical Morning.
And click the circular channel icon to subscribe.
Thanks for being your mythical best.